A blind knight that uses echolocation, viewing the dark, treacherous world through sound. Trapped in a dungeon keep, endangered by combatants, where hazards lurk around every corner. Make sound to have vision, or don't and be stealthy. Avoid impaling threats throughout the dungeon to escape. Engage with other prisoners.
Rogue Knight I've been hearing about. Could you find the key and unlock my cell?
Free them to fight back with more allies.
Let's take this guy.
The dungeon labyrinth has many paths and even more traps. Struggle through the darkness to find your freedom.
An empty plastic bottle would give you 50 cents. A soda can, 60 cents. A used food container, 80. Wondering why I know this? Because that's my job. I am a trash picker at my school.
Harry, the trash prince is on a roll today. And how is your trashy affair with Bella coming? She lets you kiss her with that stink?
Their words don't bother me. They don't know why I do what I do. And my secret. I edge close to my class when I hear Bella and her friend talking.
You can't be serious, Bella. You want me to break up with him for you?
I would do it myself if his poverty didn't give me the creeps.
You are unbelievable.
I come face to face with Bella's friend. She knew I heard the conversation and couldn't meet my eyes. She hands me the new phone I bought for Bella and walks away. I saved for months to buy her this phone. I walk down the empty corridor with a heavy heart.
Howdy, folks. Welcome to a quick entrance into the broadcast here. This is Porsche Mission R on Sunday, by the way. Sorry, I've been a bit thrown off. I forgot at the Nurbgring we do not have a qualifying period because there's not enough time to have a qualifying period. The track is too long, so we just go straight to the grid. So apologies for the quick intro here. This is Matt Williamson here for Turn 200. Porsche Mission R is here. This is week 9 at the Nurbgring. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you to anybody that's tuning in, watching with us. I see Jeff Mathis and Miss Goodleaf are here with us, and anybody else that's watching on this Mother's Day. A quick Google search told me that Mother's Day is celebrated all over the world at the same time, so should be Mother's Day for most out there. Oh no! It's already happened for Olivia Hayward, first corner! Boy, we have started this one off with a bang! Oh, and more is happening. I believe that was Sean Chisholm. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Sean Chisholm. Don't believe we've had Sean on the channel much. Maybe the first time. But a little bit of a problem for Sean. He got sideways. Oh boy, more problems. That's Sean Bowman. So both Seans with problems early on here. My goodness. It's Tom Walich out front. Ellis Spice, Georgie Trepsick are in tow. All three of them are pretty close together. It's a couple seconds back to Jonathan Oshalem, and then a little bit more spread out here throughout the field. But big issues early on for many of the drivers. Oh, and there's another one off. That's Joseph Moskowitz. And instead of having a timed race here at the Nürburgring, it is just a 3-lap race. Which it would be 3 laps if it was timed regardless, but the timing, if you go too far past the time to complete a lap, it gets kind of funky. So they just make it a 3-lap race here. And there is coming a pass. That's Sean Chisholm trying to get around Rebecca Davin. and does. So Chisholm, after some early issues, works his way back up to 8th for now. Excuse me. Also have Indica Scarlet in the chat. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Jeff says trading pace is also very annoying on the big tracks. It is. It takes quite a long time for everything to load in, and because these are official series, I'm not able to load in as a spectator until the session has actually started their warm-up. So it takes me quite a while to get loaded in and then load the paints and everything like that. So apologies, there are some paints still kind of loading in here. I think you've seen it on screen already, but should be loaded in here pretty quickly. Sean Chisholm working through Adrian Johansson as well. So Sean very quick here, just had that early issue. And Jonathan Oshland has caught Georgie Trepsick very quickly here as well. Trepsick needing to fend off Oshland here. You can see it's very foggy, very overcast here today through the very windy 14.17 mile long circuit here at the Nurbgring. We're going to go ahead and put the track map up for you folks there as well so you can take a look at that, figure out where the drivers are on this long circuit. Those numbers are going to be their position on the racetrack. So as you see them scrolling along there on the top, the position that driver's in is what corresponds with that track map. Lots of pretty good battles throughout the field here. This battle for third that we're watching right now. Oh, and there is that ever difficult left-hand turn where you kind of go onto a little, really extremely banked sidewalk. It is so easy to get the car upset through that section, but Trepsick and Oshland get through it quite nicely. JJ Wang currently sits in 5th. And I apologize if I say this name completely wrong, but behind him is Marcin Junk? I'm not sure. But regardless, Marcin is in the 6 car there, trying to find a potential way around JJ Wang. And Pivots here cheering on JJ. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate the support and chatting with us here today. Always great to have people in the chat with us. And shout out to all the mothers out there, by the way, if there are any watching or any on the racetrack. Thanks for being here with us. Mr. Tommy Cook not here with us today. Had some other engagements, family related. JJ and Marcin continue to battle here throughout the racetrack. Olivia Hayward, after the big incident in the first corner, starting to find her way, get the rhythm going here. Just with these 20-ish minute races, if you make a big mistake early, it's just so difficult to be able to find your footing. And Olivia, wow, that was a big moment right there. Not only is that really weird left-hand turn with the banking and the really hard angle at the top of it, but also clipped to the curving there at the bottom as well. That could have been disastrous again. And Indica brings the knowledge that Mother's Day in the UK is not today. Well, that's good to know. I tried to do some research, just so you know. I did try and do a Google search as Jonathan Oshland has gotten around Georgie Trepsick, and Marcin has worked around JJ Wang as well. Sean Chisholm right here in the fight also. So Chisholm running some extremely quick laps right now after a little mistake. Seems to have the pace to get around both JJ and Marcin here. But I tried to do a little bit of research on Mother's Day. Oh! And just like that, Chisholm has another issue, so he's going to lose all that ground that he was able to make up. And now he's going to start losing positions. That's Olivia Hayward through. Johansson just about got through as well. Still may have an opportunity. But the Google says that it's Mother's Day for a lot of countries around the world today, supposedly. Whether Google's always right, that's a topic for another day, and probably not on this channel. But if it's not Mother's Day where you are, that's all right too. To all the mothers out there, hope you still have a great day. Always. Hope everybody always has a great day. How about that? So Marcin gets up to 5th, past JJ. JJ not letting Marcin get too far away, but has lost a few car lengths here over the last half a lap or so. Oh, and it looks like Chisholm had another problem. So Chisholm with a lot of speed, but has not been able to keep all 4 wheels on the racetrack a couple of times here. So, I mean, so easy to do. Let's be honest. I mean, this is, when it comes to road courses, probably widely regarded as, I would think, the toughest test. So, I mean, it's a tough ask, that's for sure. We're about a lap and almost a lap and a half in here of the 3-lap race. Tom Wallich has extended the lead out to a pretty good margin, over a 1.5 seconds right now. Ellis was within about 3/4 of a second for a large majority of this race, but has lost a little bit of time here over the last lap. This battle right here is the closest on the racetrack. Marcin starting to work their way up to Georgie Trepsik, who was passed by Jonathan Oshalim a few minutes ago. And JJ Wang sticking right here with Marcin as well. So JJ, even though the pass did get made on him, he is not letting him get away. Marcin was trying to line up maybe a look around the outside there, but thought better of it. A lot of times when we talk about and introduce road courses, we like to talk about twists and turns. There is no road course that has more twists and turns than this course right here. This is the epitome of twists and turns, that is for sure. Oh, Trepsik got off the banking there. That is so easy to do. Marcin and JJ gonna go through. Trepsik is such a hard angle from the banking up to the flat. If you get half a tire up on that angle, it just kind of pushes you out there. And fortunately for Georgie, just got a little bit too far up there on the top side. But still a good run, sitting in 6th right now. And I mean, these are some very good drivers that have gotten around him. So still putting up a great fight, still showing a lot of speed out there. By the way, I feel like I have to give a special shout out to David Williamson, who is currently running in 13th. I think it's the first time I have broadcasted for a Williamson on the channel. I could be wrong. There may have been one in one of our Daytona charity shootouts that we do for for the NASCAR report, but I don't think there has been. If there has been, that's where it would be, but I think this is the first time that I have gotten to broadcast for a driver with the same last name as me. So shout out to David for being the first one here. Fourth, fifth, and sixth continues to be the closest battles on the racetrack. JJ really sticking with Marcin right now. May give himself an opportunity to make a pass here before the race is over. Going to start making their way down this long stretch. If he can get close enough, it's a great opportunity to really close the gap. This car, the drafting power on this car is certainly there. And there goes Oshalim in third. Here's Marcin and JJ. JJ may be just a little bit too far away to really be able to get that full effect there. Did close in a little bit, but not nearly as much as he would have liked to. And that is going to be start of the final lap. Tom Walich still out in first, and Ellis still sticking pretty close, but it's a couple second gap, so Tom has still continued to stretch that out. Oshalim about 4.5 seconds behind second place. And Indica asked if we've broadcasted a noodle before. I don't think so. Leah Noodle sits there in 14th. Oh, and looks like Georgie may have had a problem. Olivia, Rolda Milder, and Sean Chisholm have all gotten around. Tom Wallace, we gotta show him. I know he's pretty far out front here. We like to watch the battles, but gotta give credit where credit is due and give a little bit of TV time to this man right here. Doing a whale of a job. We'll give you some onboard here as well. Oh man, look! I mean, the stones it takes to be fast around this place, it is just massive. You gotta have them. Tom has obviously put in probably a lot of laps around. Oh, and Oshalim has had a problem. Sorry for missing it, but timing and scoring just lit up. Jonathan Oshalim has had a problem, has been passed by Marcin Yunk and JJ Wang, so Oshalim now down to 5th. We'll take a look at a replay on that one. Oh, and that is a tough section on that final little S-curve. Just lost the rear end. The battle for third now is heating up. Marcin Yunk holds it right now, but JJ Wang trying to get into a podium position. Thought he may have an opportunity here on the final lap, and has certainly kept himself in a decent position. Jonathan Oshalim now kind of bearing down on both of these two as well. It's going to add another little element to this battle. Indica says, "Oh no, JJ! No, I was just about to say that Indica predicting JJ will pull off a pass for the highlight reel here that would be to get to a podium spot, but now going to have to scratch and claw his way back up to third, and now in jeopardy of Oshlam getting a hold of him as well. Just got tight there and out into the grass. Once you hit the grass, it's very difficult to have any sort of control. Got into the wall a little bit, but all things considered, still kept the car moving at a pretty good pace. Did not lose a ton of time here, but certainly a significant amount to be able to make a last lap pass. JJ able to get himself away from Oshlam a little bit here. Oh, it looked like JJ maybe got off course a little bit there as well. Was starting to maybe pull up towards Marcin a tad, but isn't gaining a ton of time here. And again, if he can't close the gap, is not going to be close enough to be able to utilize that front straight. Big straightaway towards the start-finish line. The way that he needs to be able to use it is going to have to pull within, gain another 2 or 3 tenths here. I mean, there's going to have to be a mistake made by Marcin for that to be able to happen. What has happened? Tom Wallace just got passed by Ellis Spice. Tom Wallace, some sort of a problem off track or something. Wow, we are going to have to go back and take a look at that, but this is the fight for the lead now. Ellis Spice now out in front. They're going to make this right-hander down onto the long straightaway. Will Wallach have anything in the tank to be able to catch Ellis Spice? Wallach inching closer here down the straightaway, but will it be close enough? Spice trying to keep him from getting the full effect of the draft with a little bit of a snake. Wallach closing in. Will it be enough? No, it will not. Ellis Spice will take the win. Wow, what a battle there at the end. Oh, and Jonathan Oshlam's gotten around JJ Wang. Wow, it has all happened. The first and the last lap, there has been so much that has happened. Oshlam got around Wang. Marcin does hang on there. The third, we'll have to look at some replays here. Rebecca David working her way through the final corner here. Rebecca will finish in the top 10. We have a couple of things to take a look back at there just in the last the last straightaway and the last few corners. I'm not sure what happened to Tom. I mean, obviously went off track at some point, but not sure where that occurred. So we'll go back and take a look at that. Here's Adrian Johansson sitting in 11th, finishing up this final lap. Leah Noodle down this long straightaway into the final couple of turns. And then Sean Bowman working his way down this final straight, and Eric Bond will round out your finishers. Bond, currently in 14th, will be the final driver to finish all 3 laps. We're going to go back and see if we can take a look at a couple of those replays here. Oh, and here's the incident for Wallach. Just caught a little bit too much of this curbing here through this left-hander. You see both tires get up on it, and it upsets the car, and then it just breaks completely loose. Trying to hang on to it. Wow, wiggles left and right a few times. You can see him struggling to try and hang on to it, and unfortunately ends up almost completely turning around, doing a 180. The wall actually helped him continue to go straight, but it was just too late, had lost too much momentum, and there's the pass for Ellis Spice. I want to go back and take a look at the in-car camera here. I want to see the wheel input for Wallach. He gets up on the curbing. Car gets loose. He knows it. Tries to correct to the right. Tries to correct to the left. Correct to the right again. But the car is sliding the whole time, and then gets a tire in the grass. And that is when it really goes sideways on him. Catches that wall. And is able to still look at the wheel input, still just trying to get it going straight after hitting the wall. I mean, all things considered, does a magnificent job, but just lost too much momentum there, sliding sideways, and Spice was able to get through. That was something right there. We're going to take one more look at this pass for Oshalem. This is down the straightaway. JJ trying to defend. Oshalem actually goes off into the grass, coming into a right-hander. Well, they have a bend to the left and then the right. But Oshalem actually got it done on the straightaway, and JJ was not able to get back through. So, wow, what a race we had here today. Unfortunately, major incidents early on for a few drivers. One of the most notable was Olivia Hayward. A big incident there at the beginning of the race. But let's go ahead and get to the finishing order here. These are your final results for Week 9 of the Porsche Mission R Challenge. The Sunday top split strength of field race from the Nurbgring. Race winner, Ellis Spice, takes the top spot, able to take advantage of that incident from Tom Wallach to get the race win. But Tom put in a great race here today as well. Just one mistake was all it took to slide back to second, but still a really great race, all things considered. Marcin Junk, I'm still not sure how to say that name. I'm probably saying completely wrong. I apologize, but Marcin is going to finish in third. A great race here for Marcin. I don't think we've had Marcin on the channel before, and showed a lot of speed, made some great passes here today. So great podium position there for Marcin. Jonathan Oshalem will finish fourth after wrecking out of the top three, and is able to get back around JJ Wang there on the final lap. JJ going to end up finishing fifth. And I got to give some props here to Olivia Hayward. Started out, I think, on the pole, had a major off track there on that first lap. First corner of the first lap, I should say. And was able to fight back all the way to sixth. So a great drive here from Olivia after the unfortunate incident. Sean Chisholm, we watched him quite a bit. Up and down the leaderboard, lots of pace, but a few mistakes. But seventh overall here for Sean. Rolda Milder will finish eighth. Georgie Tremsick ninth. And Rebecca David will round out the top 10. Adrian Johansson, Leah Noodle, and Sean Bowman will finish 11th, 12th, and 13th. And then Eric Bond will round out the completed finishers at 14th. David Williamson and Joseph Moskowitz will finish 1 and 2 laps down, respectively, in 15th and 16th. Alrighty, folks, we are going to talk to not all of the podium finishers. I don't believe Marcin is in the Discord. But we are going to be able to talk to your second place finisher, Tom Walich. Well, congratulations on a podium position, but I'm sure not the one that you were hoping for.
No, definitely not. I'm very happy to finally stand here on the podium and have the opportunity to talk to you here. But after leading almost the whole race, it's obviously a little bit disappointing to see myself in second place.
Yeah, I would imagine disappointing for sure. But I mean, talk to me about when the car kind of gets in that sort of position, how difficult it is to save. We did on the broadcast watch your in-car camera and the wheel input that you were putting in after you kind of got up on the curbing. I mean, it seems that once this car starts to slide just a touch, there's pretty much no getting it back almost.
Yeah, I think we've heard it here plenty of times that at the end of the race, the tires just get really hot with this car. And then I was taking a little bit of a too tight of a line through the last sector, through the blind crest, and just touched the curb. And once the car is loose with those hot tires, it's incredibly difficult, especially at those speeds, to get the car straight again. I managed to do it, but too late. Alice was faster, and got me.
Well, it was a great race for you regardless. You put in some really great laps here, so congrats on the podium. Is there anybody you'd like to shout out here today?
Not especially, but always thank you guys for hosting and streaming the race. That's always incredible, and thank you for the competition, Alice, and also Olivia, who I didn't have the chance to race today. So thank you guys.
Well, sounds good, partner. Thank you, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Alrighty, and that will bring us to our race
Going
winner.
the wrong way.
Ellis Spice is your race winner here today with that last lap pass for the lead. You had to work extremely hard to at least try and keep up with Tom as much as possible, and you were there to pounce when things went sideways for him. So congratulations.
Thank you. I'm happy that I finally broke the Nick Heinfeld streak, Lando Norris streak. I actually got a win on the broadcast. I've got loads of podiums. It's taken me the number of broadcasts we've done so far. It's the number's getting higher and higher. So it's like, I'm glad to have finally got one.
Well, I can tell you, Tommy's going to be awfully disappointed that he wasn't here for it. We have a joke that some of the best drivers seem to have the worst luck when he's here, and as soon as he leaves, that driver will get a win when it's just me. So you are keeping that streak. You're keeping that streak alive here today. But talk to me about trying to work your way through here. Through the Nurbgring. Obviously, extremely difficult. And just trying to keep up with Tom there. I mean, both of you had extremely great pace here today.
Yeah. That is. I think ever since we got power to do the schedules, we've always been to the Nordschleife. I think next season is the first time we're not going to the Nordschleife. And today and Thursday, this week, maybe the worst the tires I've ever felt at the Nordschleife. I don't know if it's the fog or what, but it just felt way slippier than normal. Tire management. Like normally, it's the whole thing. Like if you go into the Discord, which if you're interested in Mission Art, I recommend you join because we're a friendly community. Like normally discussion about brake bias stuff, and today it was just leave it at 0 and hope for the best. Because if you moved it back, the rears went. If you moved it forward, the fronts went. I had a moment at the beginning of lap 3. I wanted for lap 3 because I'd lost Tom's draft, and I was like, I'll move the brake bias back. Maybe that will help my braking a little bit. And I got to turn 1, and immediately the car wanted to spin. And it's like, okay, back to 0. Never mind. But yeah, it's just a lot of tire management. Like, it's one of the worst of that. And there's barely any overtaking opportunities. And the draft in this car is so strong. So it's all about trying to stick with the car in front. So I honestly thought when I made a mistake and went on the grass like lap 2, I thought Tom had it because he broke away from the draft, and I thought that was that. I got a bit lucky, but I'll take it this time. But I hope Tom gets a win sometime soon because that sort of drive deserves it.
Yeah. Obviously, a disappointing finish for Tom there, but I'm sure it's coming. I mean, he has had some really great races here, so I'm sure that broadcasted win is coming here eventually for him. But today it was for you, so congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Who would you like to shout out here from the top spot?
As always, I will shout out this lovely community. We raced Thursdays at 2100 UTC, and obviously this slot on Sundays at 1900 UTC. We are always willing to help newcomers. We are all people of all paces are welcome. Just come if you enjoy what you saw. Come give it a go, because this car is odd and fun. So yeah.
It is certainly fun. It's fun for us to watch as well. There's always lots of action. So, thank you for the great racing here today. And in the great words of Tommy Cook, go party hard, my friend.
Thank you.
Alrighty, folks. That is going to do it from Nordschleife. Oh, boy. We had an interesting one here today. Thank you so much for everybody for tuning in. There was plenty to watch. If there wasn't something that you got your heart rate up or you didn't enjoy, you weren't watching close enough, that was quite something. So thank you to everybody that was in the chat with us here today, and I apologize. I just realized that the wrong ticker got put in there in the bottom. That was from last week. This week's, for some reason, did not get put in correctly, so we will fix that for next week. So please disregard that if you go back and watch the broadcast or if you were watching. But thank you to everybody who's tuning in here today. Olivia Hayward hopped in the chat here at the end. Yes, certainly fireworks, but it was a great recovery for you. So congrats on the great run after that first incident. It was a good run through the field for you. Indica Scarlett was in here, Pivot, Jeff Mathis, and Miss Goodley for all here. Thank you guys for tuning in. We had a pretty good crowd here watching today, or tonight, wherever you're at. So thank you for tuning in. Unfortunately, Tommy not able to be here for this one. He's going to be awfully disappointed. He loves this course, and he's going to be disappointed he missed that Ellis Spice win. But I think he should be back next week. Unfortunately, I will not be here next Sunday. I will be camping and riding dirt bikes with my family. So I will not be here, but Tommy is going to be here for you and always does a much better job than I can for you. The professional broadcaster he is. Thank you guys for tuning in. Coming up this week, no Tuesday broadcast. The Venom Truck Series has not started quite yet, but we'll be starting here in just, I think, 2 or 3 weeks. So on Tuesdays, you're going to be able to catch the Venom Truck Series coming up here very, very soon. But other than that, on Wednesdays, as always, we have the ASRL Sports Car Championship on Wednesday night. And then Thursday is the Maxby CNC Home Designs Truck Series. So Wednesday and Thursday like normal. And then we'll be back right here on Sunday. I need to look at where we are going to be next week, if you will give me just a moment. It is from, oh goodness, I am going to miss Road Atlanta. That is awfully disappointing. Well, you're going to get Road Atlanta next week, and it's going to be a solo stream from Mr. Tommy Cook. That's disappointing. But hope that you guys enjoy that one, and that's going to do it for us here. Once again, thank you everybody for tuning in, and everybody, if you're celebrating Mother's Day today, have a happy Mother's Day. And we will see you all next time. Congratulations to Ellis Spice for finally getting that broadcasted win here on the Sunday Top Split Strength of Field Porsche Mission R race. Have a good afternoon and evening, everybody.
This has been a live broadcast on Turn 200. Be sure to hit subscribe and hit the bell to get notified of when we go live next. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you again soon.